not come for me today, okay? I know I look a little... Don't. Okay? I don't. I might change it. Oh! I forgot I gotta put my little... Ow! Put my little earring in. Don't come for me and my twist, okay? I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Do I look decent? So welcome back to another YT video. It's your girl Jock XOXO. What's up, weirdos? So I decided I wanted to be a little spontaneous today, and I wanted to actually I wanted to wait until next week to do this, my little story time. I will have story times from time to time. So yeah, so I want to do a story time today. Today's story time, as you can see from the title of this video, yes, I got hit on by a female co-worker. Yes, I got hit on by a female co-worker when I was working at fast food. I still can't believe that happened to me. Like, it was weird because the vibe that she was giving me. Okay, let me start the story. So I started working at Crystal Food Restaurant. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I started working there like last year July, and then over time I was getting sick and tired of the people that was there, and I quit. Well, I didn't quit. That technically let me go of this past January. Okay, but anyway, so I was working there, and some of the co-workers, like, I talked to today because they were cool, like they were like, you know, I had a good vibe talking to them. So particularly there was this girl that came in like right a little bit before I was finna get off. I'm not gonna say her name, but we're gonna give her a name. We're gonna give her Crystal. That's who we're going to name her. We're gonna name her Crystal. So Crystal, so every time Crystal came in, I would, you know, she would speak to me. She was like, "Hey, Jocelyn." I was like, "Hey, girl, you know, like, how you doing?" You know, we would talk a little bit, you know, while we working, you know, just good vibes or whatever. So then, so after a while, like, me and Crystal, like, we became cool. Everything, she came in, I speak to her, I talk to her, and da 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 da. And then one day she was like, she was like, "Hey, can I have your number?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." To me, you're a female, and I'm look like I can get a good vibe with you, like you cool, whatever. That lets me know, like, okay, I can see myself in the future with this person, like hanging out, like, you know, talk on the phone, FaceTime randomly. We can go and chill one day. Anything. I was just like, yeah, sure. So she was like, okay. She was like, well, it wasn't my number. I'm sorry, but it was a Snapchat. No, it was my Instagram. That's what it was. So she was like, "Hey, can I have your Instagram?" That's what it was. And I was like, "Yeah, sure." We exchanged Instagram. Then she was like, okay. She was like, "I gotta ask you something." I was like, okay, cool. She was like, "I'm gonna ask you when I get off work." And I was like, okay, you know, like, cool. You know, I didn't think nothing about it. I was like, okay, maybe she's trying to tell me something about work. She's trying to give me the juice at work. Maybe she's trying to give me the tea. So then I get home, And she was, I get home, and I think like a few hours later, she was like, I'm gonna text you in the morning. She was like, to ask you. And I was like, because she was like, I'm tired. And I was like, okay, I understand. I understand. You get tired working at that place. You do. So then the next day comes up, and she texts me, and she was like, hey girl. And I was like, hey, what's up? What's going on? And she says the most out of nowhere question. Like, it was weird. She was like, are you into girls? Huh? What? Am I into what? She was like, are you into girls? I was like, no. It was weird. I was out of the way. And she was like, I said, why you ask? And she was like, because you just look like, she was like, because you just look good. You just look like that kind of girl. And I was like, what do you mean I look like that kind of girl? She was like, whenever time I come to work, I just look at you. I just stare at you. She was like, she's like, you just have a banging body. Like, you just look good. And I said, and I was trying to see, was you down? And she was like, yeah. She was like, I just wanted to know if you was like into freaky stuff. Like, I just wanted to know if you just wanted. I wish I had the screenshot, y'all. I wish I had them screenshots so I can show y'all, but I deleted them. I was like, no. She was like, I just want to see if you want to do something a little different. I was like, I have a boyfriend. I have a boyfriend. And she was like, okay, what does that mean? And I was like, we can't do that. I can't verbatim like remember what the messages said, but it was something like that. And I was like, I have a boyfriend. I was like, don't you have a boyfriend too? And she was like, yeah, but he doesn't have to know. And she has a child as well. So I was like, no. No. So of course I was like, no, we can't do that. She was like, are you sure? She was like, I just like you. You look good. You look good. And I was like, thank you, but I don't think that's no. So I told my friends about it. And they was like, you bait. Like, you bait. And I was like, no, I don't want to be bait. I don't. So after that, like, every time, it made it weird because every time we came to work, I would see her and she would see me. Like, I wasn't just finna be like, I wasn't just finna just cut her off like that. I didn't feel like that was right of me. So I just went, like, I speak to her and say, hey, like, she'll speak back. But I think that was like the last of us just talking like that, because I know she felt weird and I felt weird about it. But I did tell her, I was like, I don't think, this a good thing. But I mean, you can still be friends. We can still be cordial. I couldn't. And I told my boyfriend, and he just was like, that's crazy. He shook his head. He didn't really think too much about it. And he was like, but after a while, he said something. It occurred, I guess it occurred to him later on what the situation was about. And in addition to that, I remember working with this guy. He's gonna name him Tylenol. Tylenol was like a 40-year-old something man. And Tylenol used to try to hit on me. And he'd be like, Miss Jocelyn, you look so good. You look so nice. I don't know what it was about me that looked so good. We wore uniforms. We wore a hat. So it ain't like you saw me with my regular clothes. So what was appealing to me? So Tylenol used to try to hit on me. And I used to be like, no, I have a boyfriend. Please stop trying to hit on me. I was just that it was to the point to where I was crying, and I was like, take me away from here, because I hate it here. It was already mess going on. I was already getting snappy with the shift leader that was there, because baby knows I did not like her. She was finna run me over. Y'all, please ignore these shirts in the background. If y'all do not know, I'm in my boyfriend's room recording, and he likes rock bands. Okay, so he likes to put up all of his shirts around the room. So actually his room has better lighting and better natural lighting coming into the room. So, until next time, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this weird story about female co-workers hitting on me. Yeah, until next time, you guys, this is Jock XOXO, and as always, stay weird. Also, you guys, I forgot to tell you, don't come from my bonnet. That's not what I was finna say. But also, if you guys have not checked out my story on Wattpad called 3, go check that out. Go check it out. I forgot to mention in my other video that it is for a mature audience, so it has some scenes in there or a little reading in there that if you don't feel comfortable reading, don't read it. Okay, so you know, go check that story out. Like I said in the other video, nothing in there is official. So yeah, so I'm still kind of working on it, kind of tweaking on it and stuff like that. So just check it out. I will leave it in the description down below, so you guys can go and check that out. So for real, you guys, stay weird.